Sean Jones. Sean Jones. Sean John. Jones Sean. Sean Jones.
Live from somewhere in Toronto.
Welcome to my podcast, Vex in the City.
You're listening to Vex in the City with your host, Sean Jones.
I know Jones this. Done them off with Vex in the City.
Live from somewhere in Toronto.
Welcome to the Six.
Where are you? Let's come outside, man. I'm waiting for you, man. Nigga Sean Jones, what the fuck is the deal, man? You're not even picking up your phone. Why do I have 25 numbers to be in my phone? I've been waiting for you for the last half an hour, man.
This is Vex in the City.
Yeah, when I rap it's like sugar.
Live from somewhere in the Six. This is Vex in the City.
I'm so vexed.
Yeah. That's right. Welcome to episode 2, show number 2, Vex in the City. Your boy Jones back. For the month of February, it's a special month. First of all, I would like to say happy Valentine's Day to all the lovers out there. We all agree that February is the best month, right? We kind of know that right now. Like, it's the best month. Like, think about it. It's got the least amount of days, so it's most unique in that regard. You've got Valentine's Day, you've got Black History Month, and you've also got a number of Aquarius and Pisces running around, and you already know Pisces rule the world. February, I like to say, I celebrated my birthday yesterday, and during this Black History Month, I reflected on a lot of things, especially just how lucky we are to have a league like the NBA that's very progressive and very pro-black and pro-equality, and giving Black History Month its due. I mean, every month is Black History Month, but it's special. We celebrate it this month. And it's customary. I know there's a lot of Aquarius and Pisces, so as is customary on our show, the Vex in the City birthday song. Okay, so we got that out of the way. Happy birthday. And most of all, I'd like to say this month, I'm not that vexed, to be honest with you. I mean, my team, the Raptors, are on a bit of a run. They went 9-5 in the month of February. They're now 11th in defense and 14th in offense. So we making some moves. We coming back. Before I even start, I gotta say a thank you. I must say a thank you to all of the weed and chronic dealers in the greater Florida area who have been supplying Norm Powell with some of the most bush, dirt, garbage weed. For the first time in months, I can see the whites of this guy's eyes. So, thank you. He's never been more focused. And I know anytime he gets close to a Canadian border and he gets some of that Canadian blood, it's right back to what's the word I'm looking for? Anyway, Peace to Norm Powell, who's absolutely carrying my team, the Raptors, in the month of February. Another thing I got to get off my chest is this record that the Raptors have achieved and what they've been doing is simply remarkable when you consider what they're up against. So they've relocated to another country. There is no home for them. And they have to deal with this absolute bullshit. I can't even... let me just listen to this and tell me what you think.
Fred, I told you, Norman Powell, no call.
Oh, how do you not
Norm
get a call
is
on
down.
That?
He hit the stanchion. Embiid, Korkmaz, and Norm is still down on the receiving end of a call.
Bad play by Philadelphia, tapping the ball right to Norman. That's not even close.
Come on.
That's not even close. And that's a dangerous play because you take a guy's arm out. Look at his momentum is taking him.
That's absolutely ridiculous.
Of course it's ridiculous. But I mean, we're used to this right now, so we're not even gonna harp or even talk about the referee bias. Just the next time you see somebody that tells you there is no referee bias, man, I don't want to tell you what to do. Like, this is ridiculous. I'm not even, you know what? Like I said, I ain't even that vexed this month. February, we got a big show coming up. We got CultureKid. We got a banging mix by my man, DJ KidSoul, who decided to take a little old school today. Vex in the city. But instead of me giving you a recap of February of the Raptors, I've decided to wrap it up in a nice package for you, and I hope you enjoy the sights and the sounds of my team, the Toronto Raptors, in the month of February, courtesy of TSN, TNT, Sportsnet, Open Gym. Let's get into it, man.
Live from somewhere in the six. This is Vex in the City.
Continues their fight against social injustice. It is hard not to think about those people who were breaking down barriers decades ago, like the senior advisor for the Toronto Raptors, Wayne Embry. Back in 1958, he broke into the league that was certainly not diverse at that time.
Push shot by Embry. He hit.
And in 1972, he became the NBA's first black GM and then went on to become the NBA's first black team president in 1994. Now, I got to speak with Wayne today, and I asked him what he thought about the league's fight against social injustice, and he said from where it was back in 1950 to where it was today is truly remarkable. We are now represented by 6 continents, and there are equal opportunities for all, and the league is very progressive in promoting that. But as the saying goes, we can always do better. And Matt, I think we can definitely all agree that the NBA would not be where it is today without men like Embry.
A person who feels appreciated will always do more than is expected. And this comes from the person who worked with me in Cleveland. You were the first person to come to mind. I want to thank you for being such a wonderful mentor through the years and such a builder of people. And in my old age, that's what pleases me the most. And hopefully that I can have an effect on what you do, each and every one of you in this room. And that's the pleasure I get out of what I do now. And so let's go get them, guys. Let's have a great year. Everybody in this room counts. Everybody in this room contributes to success. So let's go after it.
That one day, this nation will rise up and live out the true meaning of its creed. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal.
For a dominant victory over the Magic 2 nights ago.
The Raptors are in Orlando. We're in Toronto. And for the Raptors, they're getting set to take on the Orlando Magic again. Here's Powell attacking. Siakam swings it. Fred, the three is good. Deep three, end of the clock. Swish.
Kidding me?
Swish.
Steady. Fred.
I thought early, after about his second or third one, it just seemed to be coming out of his hand so easily, and they were hitting right in the heart. I mean, they were just, right in the heart of the, basket.
Fred Van Vliet, the three. On fire.
5 threes in the quarter for Fred Van Vliet.
Lead pass Baines. Here's Powell. Back up top. Fred Van Vliet. His name is Fred Van Vliet. 86-77. Fred the three. Oh,
this is unbelievable.
11 made threes for Rockford's finest. 42 points tonight. What a night. Steady Freddy. Thought about it. Now here he is. Attacking. Finger roll. Good. Bet on yourself.
It wasn't forced to him, right? Everything was in rhythm and flow of the game. I think the last 2 buckets, the pass over top, I kind of forced the pass to him, and then the other one, I wanted to make sure he got the 50, but everything was in the flow.
Look at that. There you go.
And there it is, 50. Fred Van Vliet becomes the 4th Raptor in franchise history to score 50.
Look at the Kyle looking for him. He gets another 2.
And there it is. The Raptor record, Fred Van Vliet with 54.
A night for the ages by Van Vliet.
A franchise record-breaking performance by Fred Van Vliet. 54 points. Toronto wins it 123-108.
Oh my God!
Ah, my boy tough, dog! My boy tough, man!
They all are special to me tonight, but just really special because it came from a kid who, was undrafted, worked his way to, an NBA player, and then an NBA starter, and then possibly this year an All-Star, and possibly an All-Defensive player, and that's what makes it really special.
Franchise record points for a game.
Woo! Yeah! Hey, listen. That man was undrafted. That man worked his ass off. That man come in here every day and bust his ass. That's what y'all talking about. That's hard work right there. He came from undrafted. Really better than himself. My little brother. Yes, sir!
And now, taking the floor, your Brooklyn Nets. Siakam working Harden. Siakam elevating and gets the roll. And Vliet 3 of 14 from the floor as Irving turns it over. Tried to foul Siakam. Didn't get the call. Lowry cashes in. And a timeout taken by Steve Nash. Lowry, a 3 is good. He has been dynamic tonight. 27 points. And Toronto back in front by 1.
Raptors trying to win their 3rd straight. Lowry again hits the 3. Back-to-back triples for the 15-year pro.
Lowry in trouble. Lowry pulls. Doesn't get that one. Rebound somehow flagged down. One armed by Powell. Van Vliet hits the 3. And that will do it. On a chaotic night, it's the Raptors who come out on top against Brooklyn, 123 to 117.
And this is a huge win for Toronto. Brooklyn loses for just the 2nd time in the last 7 games.
Hell yeah! I know.
Powell 5 out of 7 and started the game 5 out of 5 and 3 out of 3 in that first quarter when he scored 15 of his 17 points. But you got your eyes on Pascal.
No, I got my eyes on Siakam.
Pascal Siakam.
I never know his first
check please.
I won't call him Pascal.
Okay.
Siakam.
Raptors lead 98-97. 13-3 run since Nick Nurse's 2nd ejection in his career. Skip pass. Siakam the 3. Good. Bucket. And book it.
Great possession. Swing. How about Watanabe? That ball barely touched his hands. Swing. He knows his role. Get it to your elite guy to make a play.
Loses it. Shot clock down to 2. 3. Banks it in. A Monday night Beal screen. Fred to Boucher. The slam dunk. Van Vliet with 9 dimes. Raptors improved to 11-13. They're 3-1 on this road trip. And they're going to come away with the victory tonight. A double-double for Boucher. 32 for Fred, 32 for Pascal, and 29 for Norm. And the Raptors turned it around in the 4th. And you see Jonas Valanciunas and Fred Van Vliet and Pascal Siakam for JV, the 2nd time that he has faced his former teammates. Welcome everyone to the District. First night of a back-to-back for the Toronto Raptors. Game 5 of a 6-game road trip. And they will take on Bradley Beal, Russell Westbrook, and the Washington Wizards.
Starting lineup. First for the visiting Toronto Raptors.
Rui Hachimura in his 2nd year at Gonzaga. And of course, everyone was looking forward to the matchup with Yuta Watanabe, but Watanabe not playing tonight. That left ankle sprain. He injured his ankle yesterday at a workout. Here's Norm. Finds Baines, and Baines with the hammer over Len.
There you go. Giving it right back to him.
Boucher with a 2-handed slam.
Baby Leach, you got to dial that baby up.
It's going to be interesting to see what Nick Nurse decides to do. Kyle rises up, just connects. It's an 11-0 run. The Raptors on top here, 129-110. Raptors are going to come away with this victory. It's been an impressive road trip. They're 4-1. They've won 5 of their last 6. And the Raptors are going to improve to 12-13, Jack, after a sluggish start to the season.
Back in a hunt.
But we're just taking it game by game like we always have. We always talked about it early in the season when our record wasn't, where we wanted to be, but we knew we weren't that bad of a team. But we're just taking our time and we're just, taking it day by day, game by game, and kind of just getting better and getting a feel for, each other even better.
Normally, when we say next man up, we're talking about the roster. How does it pertain to the coaching staff?
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of where we are right now. Josh, I feel like I'm in the same seat I was 3 months ago, right? He was here and he was gone. He was actually getting scheduled to do media today in my place, but here we are again. But yeah, we'll just
lucky guy.
Yeah, we'll just we'll just conjure some things up. I'll probably kind of take over most of the offensive duties here for a little bit, and obviously we got some guys that have been around a while that know how things are run, all over offense, defense, special teams, and kind of just do a quick reorg and go from there. I'm working through it right now, thinking through it right now, but I got to reorg it here before we throw it up tomorrow. That's for sure.
Obviously, you know Chris really well, have for a long time. How do you think he'll do in Minnesota?
Well, I think he's a really, really, really good coach, Josh. I think that, I coached against him a lot of games. Coached with him, for a number of summers with Great Britain. Obviously, this has been enjoyable. He's really at a high level. He really is at a high level, not just offense. Really, really offense for sure, but not just offense, because he's got so many games as a head coach under his belt. He I would say that, just kind of thinking back, he really gets his teams to play hard. They really come after you, both sides of the ball. He's a student of the game, so he's well prepared. He's organized. And I think there's some good talent there in Minnesota. I think that's part of, why he was excited to take that job. They're young, obviously youngest team in the league, but there's some skill and athleticism and size and some depth there too, I think. So it will be interesting to see how he does, but I think he'll do a good job. He's a hell of a coach.
And you expect that you guys will get any compensation back?
Shooting.
Toronto playing on the road for the 9th time in their last 10 games. They will head back to Florida after this. They will play their next 6 games all in Florida. Siakam gets the Raptors on the board first. Siakam loses the basketball. Beasley unable to come up with it. Van Vliet cross court. And the 3-ball is good by Boucher.
So his franchise record for 3-point makes in a season, which is Kevin Love at 190.
Karl Anthony Towns has a 3.
Lining it up. Where would Karl have been last year had he not gotten hurt?
Siakam hits Bembry, and Bembry with an open look at the rack. Towns to Vanderbilt. The team trading dunks right now. Van Vliet, and Fred Van Vliet showing off the control there. Jalen Noel unable to convert. Towns with the offensive rebound and the putback bucket.
We just don't see much of that, Dave. And McLaughlin is such an excellent pick and roll ball handler. Him and Naz Reid have been so good together.
Meantime, the 3-ball is good as Powell connects. Baines underneath, all kinds of bodies getting tied up underneath, and they finally work it into the corner, and there's another 3 for the Raptors. Nick Nurse going deep into the bench on the back end of a back-to-back, and with his team playing on the road for the 9th time in 10 games, and Jordan McLaughlin ends the drought for the Wolves, who had missed 6 straight shots prior to that make. Well, this Raptor defense was fantastic, as I mentioned last night against Milwaukee, and they've been pretty impressive here tonight. McLaughlin. Oh, nice feed and a beautiful cut by McLaughlin as he gets fed by Naz. Leaves hit short on their end, and Towns another second chance bucket. Edwards hurries it up the floor, and the rookie going for the stuff gets denied at the rim.
There's no one that has more spectacular missed dunks.
And the second chance effort by Boucher. He's trying to make it happen. Beasley chased off the 3-point line, will settle for the 2.
Yeah, just step in and shoot the wide open shot.
Whip pass inside. Boucher misses, but able to get his own rebound. Towns inside for Vanderbilt. Has it taken away by Van Vliet, who leads the NBA in total steals coming into the game. And then Van Vliet for three. Beasley, not a lot of space, but it doesn't matter. He hits it anyway.
You take on the ball handler, you contain him, and then you can test.
Chance for the Wolves to get it under 10. Oh, what a nice find. Layman was wide open as Towns had the double team.
That's what you got to do, though, Dave.
Rubio finds Towns inside. He had Powell on him.
Unbelievably hard shot.
Ooh, they were lucky that wasn't turned over. Anthony Edwards, that time he does finish with the exclamation point.
Think about all the offensive rebound putbacks he had when Minnesota couldn't score.
Timberwolves the other way.
So it has numbers.
Terrence Davis was slow to get up, was holding his head in the field. McLaughlin rattles one in. Up when they were last on the floor.
Great action that time by Toronto.
Reed.
That's a tough pick.
It really was.
He got fouled.
Now has Vanderbilt to contend with, feeds to Van Vliet. Davis looking for another three.
Yeah.
Terrence Davis hits his second three of the quarter.
That was a real gut punch that night.
Sure was. McLaughlin for Layman. Layman with the three.
Again, Jordan McLaughlin collapsing the defense. Jake Layman wide open.
The putback dunk by Siakam. McLaughlin, Beasley in the corner, and Malik connects on the three.
Talk about a quick trigger. Good defense again by Toronto.
Siakam running the floor, gets hit as he puts it up, and the Raptors, they executed that transition opportunity with perfection. Towns. All he's done all night is hit tough shots.
They've been trying to guard him with multiple.
Rubio loses the basketball. It's his third turnover of the
having
night.
a hard time. They don't collapse on Ricky. With Ricky, everybody's staying home.
Davis the three.
Of course it went in.
And Toronto can dribble it out. What a game.
This is OG Anunoby's first game back. Had a calf strain that kept him out 10 games. The Raptors 5-5. The ball, he did that the last ball game against Giannis. Just attacked the spin of Brook Lopez. Oops.
Lopez lurking wide open.
Got his man Anunoby on that possession.
Fred Van Vliet picks up his first foul. Bryn Forbes throws up both hands and says, I'll take that one.
You struggle for the Bucks, Jim, would be dribble penetration. Will you be able to contain sufficiently dribble penetration? Right there, I mean, that wasn't so much penetration, but it was Siakam. That's the chess match.
Glasser, good, counted. Lowry, foul 4.
That's what the backboard is there for.
Yes.
Giannis thought he was the one that was bumped on the play, but
Siakam set a nice screen, moving DiVincenzo.
Fleet does as good a job as anybody, Jim, getting downhill and setting his feet up for mid-range shots. He's shooting about 2.5 more times mid-range jumpers.
He ends up with the ball. Took it away from Norman Powell. Giannis pass Lowry, pass Siakam to the rim, yes, and that field goal.
Getting your ball watching, and right there he tries to backdoor Chris Middleton. So you got to have some awareness of him.
Lowry flips it up and in.
Lowry, Siakam that can knock down those mid-range floaters.
Giannis goes at Boucher again.
Along with Nick Nurse.
And the swing, Boucher. Too long on the three. They get it back, and Davis scores.
Good active hands. Good job, Boucher, on the closeout against DJ Augustine.
Van Vliet lays it in.
Turnovers into transition buckets as well as anybody in the league.
Boucher is 3 for 5 on threes. DiVincenzo flushes at the rim.
Developed that ESPN each other.
Fred Van Vliet surfing, stepping back. 2 more for him, 23. He's tough. One more point on the absence of Holiday. On this end, the Bucks have averaged a little more than 4.2 fewer shots made in the restricted area.
How difficult it is to rediscover that great shooting rhythm that he had in that first half.
26 for Fred Van Vliet. Wow.
Looking at that referee's review on the flagrant, but just wait.
That's Antetokounmpo. Bucks drafted Norman Powell, and they once had the future pick, OG Anunoby, that turned into Anunoby. That is a 3 for Van Vliet.
Turned into a nice twofer for the Raptors, huh?
4 of 9 3-point shooting. He has been neck and neck with Giannis as Giannis has gotten going here in the second quarter.
Ham sandwich. Boucher look off. Boucher look off. That's into the 6-5. It can continue to give you something offensively. It's gravy. Nice.
DiVincenzo feeds Giannis for the flush. 34 points for Antetokounmpo. We started our telecast talking about Fred Van Vliet and Chris Middleton, talking about the most recent losses for their teams. As Middleton takes it and scores from the paint.
Before this comes in. Now with Giannis, Jim is going to make the point, but even before that shot, he's played the whole quarter. Played hard. Exerted a lot of energy. This is normally the time he gets a quick blow. He may try and fight through and play the rest of this quarter, but you got to watch him closely.
Lopez getting out of the corner.
A lot of time left.
Ooh, block shot. That's a big play.
Big play.
Anunoby. Toronto trying to end a 2-game skid. Chris Middleton takes it away from Powell and scores against Fred Van Vliet.
Okay, one down, about 5 possessions to go, just like that.
Bucks trying to snap a 3-game skid. Norman Powell runs into some resistance. Siakam got through it.
It's a tough matchup for Brook once again. Siakam is so mobile at his size.
The last time the Bucks lost 4 in a row of any kind in the Eastern Conference Finals against Toronto.
And here we go. Controlled by Philadelphia. Eastern Conference. Bembry taking it to Green, and Green using his strength takes it away. Seth Curry ahead now. Simmons, a power move. And Jack in Tampa, Pascal shooting just 23% from 3.
Yeah, his numbers are down when he plays in Tampa, so he's got to start getting some home-cooked meals or something. Nurse going to Aaron Baines now, trying to get a little more beef in there. 9 rebounds the other night against Minnesota.
And he banks it in.
That's nice to see.
Powell gives it to Pascal. Siakam guarded by Simmons with a jumper over Simmons. And it rattles in. Versatility that they had in the roster. And then obviously Nick Nurse, you know, the brilliance of utilizing all those chess pieces. Curry on the inside, and it rattles through. See if the Raptors can make their own move. And OG turns it over. That won't help. That's the 4th turnover the other way. And it's now 19-8. Make the shot you're supposed to make. That's the concern. Here's Pascal weaving his way through traffic.
Spin around again.
All courtesy of Tangerine Bay.
Maybe Sam will send a picture from Atlanta.
Yeah,
he probably just got off the golf course.
Here's Van Vliet, and he drills the 3. Siakam attacking, pulls up, has it swatted away. Fred turns, fires, and it's good! Because his name is Fred Van Vliet, and he's from Rockford, Illinois! Bet on yourself, Freddie!
The 2-for-1 zone here, right?
Fred steps back. Steady Freddie. The 3-pointer is good from Moncton. He goes to Terrence Davis and Stanley Johnson in the 4th, and they both come through.
You know what? You know what's cool? There's no doghouse.
Simmons.
There's no doghouse, right? Took advantage, and now he's out there.
Simmons with the steal, And the two-handed slam with force. Horn was not happy. He was trying to tell them exactly what they were supposed to be and what play. Here's Davis. And he finds Bembry, and it all started with Boucher.
I think they're just doing a better job in those areas that now put you in a position where you're going to shoot better. You're going to play better because the flow is there.
Shortened training camp, and oh, by the way, we're going to move you to Tampa. Right? I mean, there's a lot going on. As OG.
Horse that baby up.
He had a lot of those sort of moves against Milwaukee. Had 8 points in the fourth. OG, two-handed slam.
Well, great job on a mid.
Green, Curry, Simmons, and Embiid. Simmons.
Yeah.
And he's just tough to handle in there. Gal being held down.
Totally.
Harris now attacking. And it's a 2-point game.
Can't see this year. Another turnover.
Here's Harris. And Raptors turnovers an issue.
How about Norm Powell? He shot 53% in his last 14 games. Tonight he's 0 for 5.
Embiid the three.
If you can't finish a play, you still got to follow it up with a second, third play.
Baines with a slam dunk.
Nice job that time.
Now over to Anunoby. 5 of the shot clock, just attacking. Wow. Muscle move.
And Anunoby got to the second level.
1 point lead, turnover. Numbers here. Davis attacking. Bembry slam dunk and a timeout. Doc Rivers in Philadelphia.
Turning them over, playing fast. All right, so be cognizant of that. See, now you got
Harris coming out. And Boucher is on fire as he knocks it down from Laval.
Keep working action. Sometimes Siakam can be that facilitator.
Davis, how about that? TD2.
Well, no rim protection. Simmons is out on the perimeter.
Pascal continues to work. Now kick out Davis. A little bit of room. Puts up the shot. Doesn't go. And it's Boucher cleaning up after it was batted by Embiid. And a timeout. And Embiid with a rebound. His 14th. Simmons now. He's going to try to get in the lane. Finds Embiid. Denied from behind. Say it, Jack. Say it. Raptors will see Philadelphia Tuesday and then back here on TSN Wednesday. A back-to-back. They win their second game of a back-to-back. Oh, look at the power move by Anunoby.
Boucher, you can debate Siakam. Siakam with 21 points and 8 assists.
Raptors are finding exactly that. Ways to win, Jack.
Get back on the bandwagon, Matty D.
16 and 15.
They're balling.
Playing small in-house. Will jump center. And Boucher and the Raptors, Jack, control the opening tip. The Houston Rockets, of course, Mike D'Antoni now an assistant. Under Steve Nash is that corner three from Houses. Houston 14th in the West. They've dropped 9 straight. Fred, he'll take that three and make that three. And Fred VanVleet has made a three. Jason Tate driving and a kick out for Oladipo and the corner three on the drive. And a good job by Boucher. Anunoby with a rebound. Here comes Kyle in his second game back after missing 4. Fred VanVleet, the three! Good! Over to Oladipo. Working with Tucker. Cut off by Lowry. Here's John Wall, 3-point shot. I mean, you think about Kyle as a coach on the floor, right? They always say an extension of the head coach is the point guard, and you have 2 out there. Here's Oladipo to Tucker. John Wall makes a move, and Wall gets to the rim. Good to see John Wall back playing basket. And scooped up by Wall quickly into the front court. In the paint. Looked like he took a couple of steps there. And a deep three. Eric Gordon's always been able to do that. On the attack. Kick out. Baines launches. Good. Baines from St. John.
The kind of quality looks you get within your offense.
House. Shot doesn't go and batted in by Nawaba. They get it back up and through, crowded by a ton of red jerseys. Kyle leans, fires away, and he connects from Saskatoon.
Beautiful screen usage by Lowry.
And good defense at time. Watanabe on the run. Here's Kyle. Sends it to Davis. Corner three. Got it.
I think I'm going to lose my voice saying that to me. It's a positive problem.
Yeah.
Anytime they're blocking shots, it's a good defensive play.
Three-pointer is good from Sterling Brown. Lowry back over to Bembry. Bembry now on the move. Now what a great step through in the reverse. NBA assistant for 19 seasons. Worked for his father Paul Silas with the Hornets, the Cavs.
Good execution again. Raptors have held Houston to 3 of 8 here in the second quarter. The defense has picked up. They heard Leo's motivational, passionate speech in the studio, and they have responded.
Powell drives in line on a kick out. Davis, wide open three.
Perfect.
Bucket in book. Up top, OG. The three doesn't go. The Alberta Junior Hockey League supposed to get underway in a couple of weeks. Here's Powell attacking.
Every time he shoots it, you think it's going in.
Every single.
I have that confidence in him.
The
He's
rotation,
really developed.
the elevation. House connects. Here's Gordon. 6-point game. As the season moves on, I would imagine you'll see some of those numbers increase. Here's Kyle. Oladipo back over now to Wall.
Coach Scariolo, right? He's got his 5 starters in here now.
And Wall getting to Boucher over Tucker. Doesn't go. OG tries to keep it alive. Collision. Kyle's second chance. Fred steps right into it. And he connects from Whitsett.
The Hall of Famer John Stockton. Anytime a teammate set a good screen that led to something,
oh my!
He would say, instead of the guy that made the shot, he'd scream, great screen, great screen, great screen. So after practice, I'm talking to John Stockton, and I say, John,
Oladipo,
Karl Malone, but it's the screener that does the dirty work. It's like your offensive lineman. He goes, you got to give those guys love all the time. What do you want? I ain't doing these shoot-arounds.
Raptors.
Bill Sharman wisely chose that, and congratulations, Sergio Scariolo.
Sergio and the Raptors come away with the victory.
All right, thank you very much, Matt. For the very first time on TSN Postgame, it is the one and only Kyle Lowry. Kyle, after a couple of really close games, and give Houston credit in that one, they stuck around, especially in the fourth. How nice was it finally to pull off a victory?
That was good. We lost 2 in a row. We found a way to bounce back, and it was awesome, right? Without the coaching staff, Sergio did an unbelievable job, but that just shows the true professionalism of our team, right? That's what that is. That's true professionalism without our head coach and without the assistants. Sergio, Mark Tyndall, Jimmy Sand, Jamal McGlure, they all stepped up tonight. It was great, and that's just a good win for us.
And how much was it as an adjustment for you guys missing 6 members of your coaching staff in the building tonight?
It was a huge adjustment, but that just showed the professionalism of our group, right? That's just, we try to go out there and we always compete at the highest level, and that's what that is. And I'm proud of us, and I got this game off of Sergio for his first NBA win. So that's shit. I lost the ball. I said shit too.
Live TV, Kyle. It's okay. Okay, Kyle, I'm going to give you one more chance. Okay, never mind. You know what? Okay, I got you one more question for you, Kyle. Okay, one more, my friend. Just tell me, were you a little bit disappointed when you weren't named a player coach tonight?
I almost cried.
I knew it. I knew it. Thank you, Kyle. We'll beep that out. Rod?
He said what he said. That's okay. It's cable. What the heck? Kyle Lowry.
I know Jones this. Done them off with Vex in the city.
Live from somewhere in the six. This is Vex in the city.
Hey, you don't understand.
Vex in the City.
Now, I'm kind of honored to be doing this next part of our show. I have actually a pioneer coming on the show of podcasting. And before I started on my journey, I decided I needed to ask him exactly what I needed to do in order to make this happen, in order to make my dream happen, in order to make this show happen. So without further ado, I'd like to welcome to our show Mr. CultureKid. You can find him CultureKid Canada. My man, Mr. Neil Morris.
You know, I want to welcome you to the show, first of all. For those that don't know, I grew up with this young man, and I've come to acquire some of his knowledge when it comes to my journey in podcasting. So I would like to say, first of all, sir, Mr. Neil Morris, what exactly is... where you coming from? What do you do? And let the people them know why you're on Vex in the City today.
Well, first of all, it's a pleasure to be here. Always good talking to the homie Sean Jones. You know how it goes. Now, in terms of podcasts, like I'm one of the people who've been doing this podcasting from early. I've been doing this since 2007. And but I didn't actually make just podcasts. I would do a live show, and then with the live show, I'd make a podcast off of that so that I can repeat the show. And
right. Now, before we even get into any of that, let the people them know who you are. What's your stage name? Where they can find you, and then we can get a little bit more in depth into what type of podcasts you've done and where you're headed from here.
Well, everybody's supposed to know the music, the sound. The DJ name is CultureKid, and obviously I picked that name for a reason. You can find me on most of the social media avenues. I'm on everything. I might not be on it every day or as consistent as I should be, but you know, my pages are there. And what I do is I just bring music to the people. If you hire me to play music, I play whatever you want. Yeah, if you hire me to play music, I play whatever you want. But if you're coming in taking a CultureKid vibe, you're gonna get a diverse range of music. A lot of positive music as opposed to some of the negative things we hear going on today. But you're still gonna get what you want, plus I'm gonna get what I think you should get, and it's just a nice musical blend. That's what I bring to the table.
Okay, so in addition to being a podcaster, you're also a DJ. So if I need a party run, then I can just call you and you can run the party as well.
Exactly. And my other passion on top of that is journalism. Because originally when I started my show, I play music, but I didn't want to just have your average music show. So in my show, I would give you your weather, your sports update, and every week or every other week I'd have an interview. So through that, I got to meet a lot of stars in the reggae industry, interview them, become friends with them, build up relationships, which really helps in, you know, my musical endeavors.
Okay, so again, just kind of streamline. You're more of a Jamaican roots reggae music, reggae politics, that kind of thing. Journalism when it comes to West Indian people journalism.
Yeah, well, you know, believe it or not, I like Walter Cronkite and some of your traditional classics. But, you know, with our people, we always add flair and flavor. So I like to do my thing with a little twist. So, you know, when we talk with flavor and slang. So I like to add in a little slang, but still keeping, you know, correct grammar and correct English. And the mix of the two is what I call our six style, our Canadian style. You don't know, the six of the beat.
That's right. That's right. Like I said, we have our own way of speaking and our own dialect. And as first generation West Indian Canadians, like, we do things differently. So it's very refreshing to have a show like yours that can relate to both West Indian people and Canadian people. So that's why I wanted to have you on the show today, kind of let the people them know there are lots of avenues, lots of shows that you can get your fix. For example, Vex in the City. People want to get their basketball fix with me and your show now. You said you had done some shows in the past, but what are you doing right now? Like, where can we find you right now? And what's the name of the show?
Well, right now, I'm doing a little bit of growing and expanding. Because as I said before, I've been doing these shows since 2007. So right now, at this moment, I'm in the process of starting my own radio station. Like, you know, I have my own radio. I have my radio license, my broadcasting license, which I've had for a little while now. Corona kind of put a small little wrinkle in the plan, you know what I mean? Slowed me up a little bit, but it can't stop me. So right now, you know, because you're close to me, my close circle, I'll send out little broadcasts here and there because I'm searching for servers, seeing which server I want to use, which people I want to do business with. So, but to make a long story short is I'm going to be offering people podcasts instead of doing podcasts for people. So I'm going to be looking to bring Vex in the City to my station. I'm going to be looking to bring DJ Magic Mark to my station. And upcoming artists, when you play on my station, you're going to get your publishing, you're going to get your royalties. Just setting up things more official and with more ownership. And that's what I recommend to anybody doing anything. Just be in the ownership side of it too.
Right. Now, like I said, this is why I wanted to have you on the show, because this can go in like a million different directions, and there's so many different resources that some of us young entertainers are looking for when we're trying to get into this business. So let's just call this the first of many installments when it comes to young entrepreneurs, young entertainers looking to get out there in the industry, where it be a podcast, music show, DJs, whatever. So we look forward to this relationship with you, Mr. Morris, and or I should say Mr. Culture, Mr. Kid Culture. We look forward to this relationship, and please let the people them know your email address, where they can find you for some of these resources, and even before even all of that, maybe I should ask you your origins as a Raptor fan. This is a basketball show and a Raptors related show, and I know you and I have gone back and forth on this team many times. So before you let the people know where they can find you and where they can find your resources, just give us a background on your Raptors fandom and what else you would like to let us know.
Raptors fandom. Well, we've talked about this before, how I feel about that word fan.
Right.
Because fan is short for fanatic, and I'm not a fanatic about anything. But I love this game of basketball as much as one can love almost anything in this world. Of course, there's God and your family, and basketball somewhere just after that. And being a Raptors fan, like when they told me the team was coming, like if you're a real Torontonian, you almost didn't believe it, you know?
Right.
So when game one finally happened, and you and I have talked about this off there many times, we have game one memorized in our head. It was really the beginning of something that we never thought we would see in Toronto. And you know, that coming to a pinnacle, you know, with the Toronto Raptors getting that chip, almost like a dream come true. It's like a fantasy, a dream come true. But you know, you never thought that dream would come true, but it came true.
Yeah.
The closest thing is when the Blue Jays won and we tore down Toronto, the city. But to me,
you remember.
This is just bigger because this is my sport.
It is bigger.
You know what I mean? We came from nothing to become the champions. There's so much things in between. My God, I'm a proud Raptors fan. I can tell anybody that.
Oh, me too. And you know, this moment, like the whole process, we were in contact the whole time, and you know, as we were getting closer and closer, like no words needed to be said. We both kind of felt the same way, and when they actually came through and did it, it was like a sigh of relief when I talk to you and vice versa. And all the arguing and the bickering we've gone back and forth over players and coaches, it was absolutely worth it in the end. So my brother, I thank you for sharing that with me. And I thank you for sharing some of your knowledge with me today and my listeners. And again, let them know your email address where they can reach you.
The email, my email address is culturekidshow@gmail.com. And I'm not going to spell it out. Culture is with a C. Everything else is straightforward. culturekidshow@gmail.com. If you're an artist, I tell young artists this. I listen to everybody. It might take me a while because my email is flooded with things coming in and music, you know how it goes. But if you're a serious upcoming artist and you took time and you put something together, I will take time and listen. For bookings and stuff like that, you can get me on any public forum, any social media forum. I would like to say, just because I'm in the process of building my radio station, but the slot Tuesdays 8 to 10 has been my slot for about 15 years. So when I'm up and running again, that's going to be my slot. There's actually my show running on some other people's stuff, but I'm not promote them, sorry. But my slot, that's my slot, you know what I mean? So when the station's up and running in the next month or two, and you want to listen to my blend of music, remember my slogan is a musical journey through the world of reggae music. So you're going to start off hearing some good Foundation Studio One. We'll come up right to the modern days, girls giving out to the vibes, cartel and what have you, So,
all right,
that's what it is.
All right, well, thank you again, Mr. Morris. Thank you again, Mr. Kid Culture Canada. And with that, we'll say we end the first installment of a very, very important installment on my show. All right? So bless my young son, and we'll see you. If I don't see you on the court one day soon. Which is a whole nother
no smoke. But before I go, I do gotta say, you know, I really appreciate you having me on the show. You know what I mean? Thanks for having me on the show. I could not come on the show and not say Woodlands, not say Mississauga. And
that's right. All right, man. Well, peace. And we out like that, man. Raps in 6 as always.
Bless up.
All right, bless.
This is Vex in the City.
Public service announcement. During the course of this podcast, you may be exposed to sensitive material that may be deemed as offensive or objectionable. We here at Vex in the City understand your concerns, but please be advised that the views expressed are that of the host and do not necessarily reflect the views of our organization. Those who may be uncomfortable with the subject matter presented, we offer the following sincere and heartfelt statement.
It's the hottest mix to get you through quarantine.
One more time, ladies and gentlemen, on the Vex in the City show. This goes out to you.
Live from somewhere in the six.
DJ KidSoul.
This is Vex in the city.
Your reign on the top was short like leprechauns as I crush so-called willies, thugs, and rapadons. Get in that ass quick fast like Ramadan. It's that rap phenomenon, Don Dada. Fuck Papa, you got to call me Francis MH. White intake like toast, toe iron. Was told in shootout, stay low and keep firing. Keep extra clips for extra shit. Who's next to flip on that cat with that grip on rap? The most shady. Frankie baby, ain't no telling where I may be. May see me in DC at Howard Homecoming with my man Capone drumming fucking something. You should know my stilo. Went from 10 G's for blow to 30 G's a show to all G's with O's I never seen before. So Jesus, get off the notorious. Mean us before I squeeze them bucks. It's the beef between us, we can settle it. With the chrome and metal shit, I make it hot like a kettle get. You're delicate, you better get who sent you. You still pedal shit, I got more rides than Great Adventure. Biggie,
how are you gonna do it? Do it.
Kick in the door, waving the 4-4. All you heard was Papa, don't hit me no more. Kick in the door, waving the 4-4. All you heard was Papa, don't hit me no more. Kick in the door, waving the 4-4. All you heard was Papa, don't hit me no more. Kick in the door, waving the 4-4. All you heard was Papa, don't hit me no more. On your ball, on your ball, on your ball. When Big B bucking, chicken heads be clucking in my back room fucking. It ain't nothing. They know Big B handling with the Mac in the act door paneling, bandaging MCs, oxygen they can't breathe. Mad tricks up the sleeve, wear boxes so my dick can breathe. Breeze through in the Q45 by my side, lyrical high. And those that brushes my clutches get put on crutches, get smoked like Dutches from the master. Hate to blast ya, but I have to. You see, I smoke a lot. Your life is played out like Kwame and them fucking polka dots. Who rock the spot? Biggie, you know how the weed go, unbelievable.
To give you what you need. Now 5 more. Get live. This is Vex in the city. Biggie, give me one more chance. Biggie, Biggie, give me one more chance. Biggie, give me one more chance. Biggie, Biggie, give me one more chance. Biggie, give me one more chance. Biggie, Biggie, give me one more chance.
First things first, I'll pop on freaks all the honeys, dummies, playboy bunnies, those wanting money. Those the ones I like cause they don't get Nathan but penetration. Unless it smells like sanitation. Garbage I turn like doorknobs. Heart throb never, black and ugly as ever. However, I stay coochie down to the socks. Rings and watch filled with rocks. And my jam knocked in your Mitsubishi. Girls peepee when they see me. Never creep me in they teepee. As I lay down laws like Island Coppin. Stop it. If you think they're gonna make a profit, don't see my ones, don't see my guns. Get it? Now tell your friends Papa hit it, then split it in two. As I flow with the Junior Mafia. I don't know what the hell's stopping ya. I'm clocking ya. Versace shade watching ya. Once you grin, I'm in. Game begins. First I talk about how I dress is this and diamond necklaces, stretch Lexuses. The sex is just immaculate. From the back I get deeper and deeper. Help you reach the climax that your man can't make. Call him, tell him you be home real late and sing the break.
It's the hottest mix to get you through quarantine.
This is Vex in the city. Biggie, give me one more chance. Biggie, Biggie, give me one more chance.
She's sick of that song on how it's so long. Thought he worked his until I handled my biz. There I is, major pain like Damon Wayans. Low down dirty even like his brother Keenan scheming. Don't leave your girl around me, true player for real. Ask Puff Daddy. You ringing bells with bags from Chanel. Baby Benz traded in your Hyundai XL. Fully equipped CD changer with the cell. She beat me at 12. Where you at? Flipping job, playing car notes. While I'm swimming in your women like the breaststroke. Right stroke, left stroke was the best stroke. Death stroke, tongue all down the throat. Nothing left to do but send her home to you. I'm through. Can you sing the song for me, boo? I got that good love, girl, you didn't know.
Welcome to the Six.
Check it. I kick flows for ya, kick down doors for ya. Even for all my the same front you pussy whip. Nigga, picture that with the Kodak. Instamatic, we don't get down like that. Lay my game down quite flat. Sweetness, when you park that. Petiteness, but that ass fat. She got a body, make a nigga wanna eat that. I'm fucking with you. The bitch official though, dick harder than the missile, yo. Try to hit it if she trippin', disappearing like Arsenio. Yo, the bitch push a double O with the 5 in front. Probably a conniving stunt. Y'all drive in front. I'ma peel with her, find a deal with her. She fuck around and steal, huh? Then we all get laced. Televisions, Versace heaven. When I'm up in them, the shit she kick, all the shit's legit. She get dick from a player off the New York Knicks. Nigga trick ridiculous, the shit was plush. She stressing me to fuck, like she was in the rush. We fucked in his bed, quite dangerous. I'm in his ass while he play against the Utah Jazz. My 112 CD blast, I was passed. She came twice, I came last, roll the grass. She giggled, saying I'm smoking on homegrown. Then I heard her moan, honey, I'm home. Yup, so chrome for situations like this. I'm up in this broad, I know he won't like this. Now I'm like, bitch, you better talk to him before the fifth put a spark to him. Fuck around, shit get dark to him. Put a part through him, lose a major part to him. Arm, leg, she begging me to stop, but the cat getting closer, getting hot like a toaster, a cock's toast, Before my eyes could blink, she screams out, honey, bring me up something to drink. He go back downstairs, more time to think. Her brain racing, she's telling me to stay patient. She don't know I'm cool as a fan, gat in hand. I don't wanna blast her man, but I hard to creep the Brooklyn streets. It's on again, stop all that bickering beef. I can hear sweat trickling down your cheek. Your heartbeat sound like Sasquatch feet. Thundering, shaking the concrete. Then the shit stop when I fall the plot. Neighbors call the cops as they heard mad shots. Saw me in the drop, 3 1/4. Slaughter, electrical tape around the daughter. Old school, new school, need to learn though. I burn, baby, burn like disco inferno. Burn slow like with yayo. Peel more skins than Idaho potato. People know the lyrical molesting is taking place. Messing with B.I.G. it ain't safe. I make a skin tape. Rashes on the masses. Bumps and bruises. To land cruisers. Big Papa smash fools. Bash fools. Mad because I know the cash rules. Everything around me, 2 Glock 9s. Any motherfucker whispering about mine. And I'm Brooklyn's finest. You rewind this, bad boys behind it. All the people that lived above the buildings that I was hustling from and called police from when I was trying to make some money to feed my girls. So all my people in the struggle, you know what I'm saying? It was all a dream. I used to read Word Up magazine. Salt and Pepper and Heavy D up in the limousine. Hanging pictures on my wall. Every Saturday, rap attack Mr. Magic Marley Marl. I let my tape rock till my tape pop. Way back when I had the red and black lumberjack with the hat to match. Remember rapping Duke? The hard, you never thought that hip hop would take it this far. Now I'm in the limelight cause I rhyme tight. Time to get paid, blow up like the world trade. Born sinner, the opposite of a winner. Remember when I used to eat sardines for dinner? Peace to Ron G, Brucey B, Kid Capri. Funk Master Flex, Love Bug, Star Ski. I'm blowing up like you thought I would. Call a crib, same number, same hood. It's all good. And if you don't know, now you know.
You're listening to Vex in the City with your host, Sean Jones.
Proper like this. Lying in my bed, I'm looking at four walls. Echo in my head saying I got a lot of gall. Gripping my cap, my pen in my teeth. Thinking what this hoe says. She called me a thief. She said I stole her heart and didn't leave a trace. I told her I was sorry and she said get out my face. Walked out my door with my Walkman in my pocket, playing Love Is the House and thinking how she jocked. But she had the key to open up my door, a door that Prince Graham that brought me on the floor. I know that she loved me, I could never fake it. I say go buy a pie, the girl would go bake it. Making a record was important to me, more important than her, that's what made her flee, see. The mistake was not paying no mind. All the posse said we was two of a kind. I called about twice, your sister said you broke. She said when you left, your ears was full of smoke. Choking on a cigarette you don't even smoke. Jumped in the train station, put in a token. Could have been my partner, amigo, my peer. Just waiting for them 3 words that all girls want to hear. I love you. You would start to cry if I would reply with I-L-Y. Then I tell your friends that you played me out. Said I wouldn't say I love you just to make you shout. So I call the 7 digits that would pick up your phone. Your sister picked it up and said that you wasn't home. I heard you in the back crying up a storm, screaming how you wish that I never was born. I hate him, that's what she kept saying. She'll come to her senses is what I kept praying. But now I'm gonna lay the cards on the line. Just say that you hate me or say that you're mine. I said, when I played ball, you was in the stand. When I was sick, you held my hand. It was hard to say before, but now I can. Bitch, I love no hoe. Fuck you. I don't give a fuck about you. Take a long walk over the
Peep the style and the way the cops sweat us. The number one question is can the feds get us? I got vendettas and dice games against ass betters and niggas who pump wheels and drive Jetta. Take that with a killer.
Hit ya, back split ya. Fuck fist fights and lame scuffles. Pillowcase to your face, make the shell muffle. Shoot your daughter in the calf muscle. Fuck a tussle, nickel plated. Sprinkle coke on the floor, make it drug related. Most hated.
Can't fade it. While y'all pump Willie, I run up and stunt silly. Scared so you sent your little mans to come kill me. But on the contrary, I packs the Mac Millie, squeezed off on him, left the paramedic breathing soft on him. What's your name?
Who shot your mob ties like Sinatra? Peruvians tried to do me in. I ain't paid them yet. Trying to push 700s, they ain't made them yet. Rolex and bracelets is frostbit. Rings too, niggas riding away, call me igloo stick.
Where you from? Brooklyn going out for all. Marcy, you don't stop. This style, you won't stop, nigga.
I know Jones this. Done them off with Vex in the city.
Hey, doggy style.
I'm so vexed.
Yeah. Can I get with you? Can I get with you? Hey, can I get with you? Another day in the ghetto. One look outside and I'm already upset, yo. It look about 102. It's a Saturday and Biggie ain't got nothing to do. I'm interrupted by a phone ring. Sometimes I wish I never got the motherfucking thing. Hello, can I speak to Biggie? Yo, who this? Tanisha, your call back, I'm busy. Why don't you hit me on the box a little later? Washed up, got dressed, hits the elevator. Steps out, it's the same old scene. Dope fiend, crack fiend, eyewitness news team. I seen the honey with the butt looking butter soft. I know she look much better with them clothes up off. Sitting all thick with the ruby red lipstick. That's the one I got to get with.
I like the way that you look. I was hoping we could maybe spend some time. There's so much that we can do. We can party all night. I can tell you so right, so right. That you shine. I just wanna get
DJ KidSoul plays all my favorites.
This is Vex in the City.
You're listening to Vex in the City with your host, Sean Jones.
So once again, thank you for round 2 of Vex in the City. Like I said, I'm going to do this a lot more often. Look out for the YouTube. Look out for the Twitch. Look out for more Vex in the City along with my reaction videos. Want to give a special thanks to our guest, Mr. CultureKid. Make sure you check him out on all your social media. Also a shout out to my man, DJ KidSoul. Shout out to the Vex in the City family. Tune in next month. The month after that, we're here forever. Jones out.